Prime Minister Anwar has issued a firm reminder to schools and parents to fully cooperate in addressing bullying at educational institutions. He also warned them against protecting perpetrators for the sake of preserving a school's image. According to Bernama, Anwar said that some school administrators and parent-teacher associations tend to downplay or conceal bullying cases, seeing them as minor or non-serious. He warned that such attitudes only risk worsening the issue in the long term. Anwar told them that they should not protect bullies, even in minor cases, saying that it is akin to protecting a crime. He also commented on the stance of some human rights or liberal groups that strongly oppose any disciplinary measures by teachers. He acknowledged the need for restraint, but said flexibility should be allowed in managing discipline, provided it is done under strict conditions. Meanwhile, government spokesperson Fahmi Fadzil revealed that Putrajaya is considering deploying police officers to schools in response to the increasing number of violent incidents at schools across the country, speaking at a press conference following today's cabinet meeting. Fahmi said the cabinet had discussed the matter from an aspect that considered the omnipresent nature of the police force. He also announced that a special task force will conduct a comprehensive study on the issues faced by schools.
Jemaah Menteri telah membincangkan dan melihat kepada aspek omnipresence pihak PDRM dan kenyataan penuh akan dikeluarkan oleh pihak KDN sejurus selepas ini. Ini bagi memastikan di sekolah-sekolah kehadiran anggota PDRM akan dapat memberikan satu signal bahawa sekolah-sekolah kita adalah tempat-tempat yang selamat. Pihak KPM juga akan mengeluarkan satu pedoman kepada sekolah-sekolah untuk melaksanakan spot check secara mingguan. Tidak pada hari tertentu tapi bersifat spot check, ya. Jadi anytime during the week. Dan yang terakhir, Jemaah Menteri telah membincangkan keperluan untuk melakukan satu kajian penuh terhadap isu-isu yang dihadapi oleh sekolah-sekolah, dan ini akan diusahakan oleh sebuah jawatan kuasa khas yang mana laporannya akan disediakan dalam masa terdekat secepat mungkin untuk dibentangkan kepada Jemaah Menteri bagi memutuskan tindakan-tindakan selanjutnya.
The Education Ministry will introduce character education as one of the key initiatives under the 2027 school curriculum. This is aimed at producing students with noble and responsible characters. According to Bernama, the ministry said the initiative marks a strategic shift in the education system. In a statement, it said it will strengthen the development of character and noble values among students in a comprehensive and structured manner. At the preschool level, the program will be implemented in an integrated manner through daily learning activities. For primary and secondary school levels, a specific time slot of 60 minutes per week will be allocated in the timetable to enable character building activities to be carried out effectively and consistently. The ministry said the program emphasizes teaching and learning activities that cultivate an appreciation of values, encourage positive behavior, and promote the practice of manners and morals in students' daily lives. It added that character education reflects its commitment to shaping a holistic generation, balanced in academics, values, and identity. PKR Setiawangsa MP Nik Nazmi Nik Ahmad has warned the government against hastily unveiling new plans or catchy slogans amid several cases of school violence. In a statement today, he said doing that would only show a failure to understand the real roots of the crisis. He said the real problem isn't the lack of policies, it's the system itself, which doesn't adequately support both teachers and students. Nik Nazmi also reminded Education Minister Fadlina Siddiq that the ultimate responsibility rests with her and not the officers or teachers. He added that accountability cannot be shifted to anyone else. He said that when the Education Director General admits that some cases were swept under the carpet, it's not a communication issue. According to him, it is a sign that the administrative system has failed to provide a platform for school staff to speak up without fear. He said a minister must listen directly to the views from the ground, review reports honestly, and understand the reality that teachers face under pressure every day. He added that ministers should defend those working to improve the situation, not weaken them for the sake of political survival. Schools with many disciplinary cases, he said, shouldn't be branded as problematic but given extra support in manpower, resources, and guidance. Nick Nasmi also said that warning signs like dropouts and exam absenteeism often go ignored until tragedy strikes. Ministers should defend those working to improve the situation, not weaken them for the sake of political survival. Schools with many disciplinary cases, he said, shouldn't be branded as problematic, but given extra support in manpower, resources, and guidance. Nick Nasmi also said that warning signs like dropouts and exam absenteeism often go ignored until tragedy strikes.
From now on, you can also listen to Kini News on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us.
The government has been urged to intervene and stop the MCMC from using public funds to file defamation suits against its critics. This comes after the Shah Alam High Court ruled against Australian blogger Murray Hunter in the defamation case filed by the Commission. Former MACC chief Latifa Koya said it is not acceptable for a public-funded agency to sue people for defamation. She warned that such actions could have a chilling effect on free expression and public debate over the conduct of public institutions. Latifa said, MCMC shouldn't act like a private individual who feels personally attacked by public criticism. She told Malaysia Kini that if the people in charge of the commission think anyone has made a false statement, the proper response is to issue a statement denying, explaining, or clarifying the matter. She added that the government must step in and make it a clear policy that government agencies or statutory bodies are not to sue individuals over statements or criticism directed at them. Yesterday, MCMC reportedly said that the court's verdict holding Hunter liable for defamation reaffirms that free speech is not an absolute right, as it must be exercised responsibly and is contingent upon legal boundaries. According to the MCMC, Hunter had published a series of articles containing false and defamatory statements against the Commission between April and November 2024, which carried serious and unfounded allegations that misled the public and damaged its reputation. Singapore's Home Affairs Ministry has accused PAS of contradicting itself and attempting to interfere in the country's polls. This was after PAS defended its leader's online post supporting a Workers' Party candidate during Singapore's general election earlier this year. In a statement, the ministry noted that the latest comments from PAS on October 15th contradicts its earlier statement on April 28th that the actions of PAS Treasurer Iskandar Abdul Samad and Selangor PAS Youth Chief Sukri Omar represent their personal views. It added that PAS now characterizes the comments made by its members as expressions of the party's official view. The ministry also questioned PAS's motives, noting that as a Malaysian political party, it cannot have Singapore's best interests at heart. It reiterated that foreign entities must not seek to influence Singaporean voters, especially along racial or religious lines. The ministry also asserted that such actions are divisive and unacceptable. It said that the Singapore government will not stand by if a foreign actor attempts to influence Singaporeans for its own purposes, especially by rousing racial and religious sentiments and during elections. On October 15th, PAS Secretary General Taqiyuddin Hassan said the party firmly rejects the attempt to cast it as a convenient bogeyman to advance domestic political agendas in Singapore. He added that it is also disingenuous to suggest that Singaporean voters are so easily swayed by foreign views that their electoral will must be protected from opinions they can evaluate critically.